Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I am a master manifester, and I'm sure you are too, because you're watching content like this. The name of this channel is Holistic Manifesting, because I believe in a whole body, whole mind, and whole being experience when it comes to manifesting these amazing lives we're choosing, right? What I'm discussing in this video is releasing money with gratitude. This is something that I've learned along the way of my spiritual journey and being able to manifest the beautiful life that I've decided to give myself and co-create, right? Is one of the things of releasing money with gratitude. It changes the entire way that you see your abundance, right? I remember a time when I would receive like a random bill in the mail, and it was something that I had not planned on dealing with in any kind of way. And it might have even been something that I didn't even feel was like something that I should have had to take care of, something along those lines. And so I would sit there and I would begrudgingly open it up, and then I would begrudgingly look at it, and then I would begrudgingly, you know, pay it with the debit card. And so during this whole process, I felt now when I look back that I was sending a message to the universe that I had a very tight and scarce approach to finances, right? And so what I've learned is that over time, it doesn't matter what the finances are going to, it doesn't matter what the money is going to. If you are not releasing that money with love and appreciation and gratitude for having it, it's really going to hold up how you are able to create and how abundant you become as time moves forward, right? So look at it as something like when you are, taking care of something for your kids. If you have kids, this is a very common one, right? You get all these unexpected expenses when it comes to what they need and where they're going and what they need to do. And it's like fees for this, fees for that. And if they're involved in anything, it's more and more fees. And so it's really a beneficial approach to look at it as every time I send this money out, I know that I'm so abundant. I know that I have access to so much. I know that I'm an excellent vessel for finances. I know that the universe loves me because I love money passing through me and being able to utilize it in my space, that it's going to keep on flowing, right? So when I send those finances out and I do these things that are necessary that needs to be done, I never have this attitude of like, ugh, where's the next going to come from? Because ultimately, that's what we're saying when we have a problem with taking care of the um, expenses of the vicissitudes of life, right? Everybody has them. There's no way to get around it. And when we approach it in a negative or a tight way or an aggravated way, it's like we can really negatively impact our ability to manifest more abundance and to show appreciation and gratitude to the universe for the abundance that we do have. I think sometimes we forget, even if we are in a vehicle or something like that, right? That is a gas guzzler. I had a vehicle. It wasn't necessarily a gas guzzler, but I was had a very long route back and forth to where I was taking my daughters to school. And it would be at least once a week. I had to put about $120 worth of gas into the tank, right? So it's one of those things of any idea of moving away and thinking that you're going to save money because you live in a cheaper place out in another area, you still spend way more than that on gas sometimes. So that's kind of where I found myself. And I remember feeling like I had a bit of an attitude when it came to the gas because I was like, this is ridiculous. And then over time, after that process, I really started to see how that particular moment was how my life was what I was living. I had to accept where I was. And in accepting that, I had this overwhelming feeling of gratitude that, hey, I do have the $120 that it takes to do this life every week, right? I have it. So it's like it stops you from bemoaning the experience of finances and whatever experience that you're having. And then you start to be more appreciative and think, hey, this is the current circumstance that I find my life in. And it's an expensive circumstance. And I even started taking those labels off of it. I stopped calling it things like expensive because that even was putting a limitation on how I viewed my finances and how I viewed the money that I was spending. And I started saying, just thank you for the abundance that this is easy. Thank you for the ability to be able to do this, right? And so as time changed and I was able to not have to do that with that vehicle anymore, the overwhelming experience of gratitude from that process, it stayed with me. And I always think back to it. I was like, man, I remember when I was spending about $700 to $600 a month in just gasoline in a vehicle, right? And a lot of times we think like, oh wow, that's wasting money, but it's really not, because it's just how you're living in that particular moment. And it also gets you to see the infinite ability for finances to find you. That we only have these limitations because we put these limitations on ourselves. If we're thinking in the terms of what I can create in my life, what I can bring into my space, then we're not caught up in $50 going here, $50 going there, whatever. Those things don't really get our attention, right? What I find what most people do with their finances is that they try to shrink their lives in a way that they are minimizing their ability to bring more in, because their solution to what they're currently doing is, how can I pull back all of the fun and nice things of life in order to have more free money. And what you'll find that is with most people, when they do that, because it's the same thing that happened to me, because I was still not in a place of releasing money with gratitude in every area. When you do that, you find that it's just replaced by something else that needs to be done. So you said I saved $600 on that end. All of a sudden, I have this medical bill that's popped into my email, and now I'm spending $600 a month to pay that medical bill off. So I think when we take a more peaceful and easy approach to how we bring our finances in, and then how we release those finances with love and appreciation, that it just tells the universe that we are in a position to be a vessel. It's always looking for the perfect vessel to use, right? It's no different than, I guess, something like birthing a child into this world or something, right? Your body, your mind, your being has to be a good vessel for that process to go from fruition to completion, right? And so it's the same thing when it comes to anger or aggravation. If you are a good vessel for it, anger and aggravation will find you, because you are an excellent vessel for it. So if you are a person that sees finances in abundance and sees money as a beautiful thing that can create the life that you choose, that can be used for amazing experiences, that can be used to share with others, that can be used to continue to create a life that you can truly enjoy on a daily basis, right? A peaceful life you can truly enjoy on a daily basis. The universe is going to find like, wow, this is a great avenue. This person gives it out. They don't have any resistance there, and it can keep on flowing to them and through them, right? And a lot of times this happens in our giving. Like, I don't think twice about giving finances in certain places. If I have it and it's available, then it flows to me and through me to other environments, right? But I do think it's important to have discernment about sometimes where you're letting it flow to, right? Because if you're letting it flow through you and it's a place of resistance, and it's a place of scarcity, and it's a place of someone feeling entitled to your finances or something like that, I don't feel that that has the same type of positive energy as when you are choosing and you are being receptive to the right places for your money to go and for your money to flow through you, right? So that's why I told my daughter, I was like, there's been many times in my life where finances might have been low to do big things, but I always made sure that I kept room to where I'm like, hey, but I can go to Chipotle today and I can be happy with that. And so there was always a peaceful approach to how I was still releasing money. Whenever I find myself getting tight about what's being spent and where things are going, and I feel clenched in, I always do saging. I do a good meditation, and I do a good, stream of consciousness. I'll write it down in a journal so I can get back to the place of remembering that I'm a vessel for abundance. I'm a vessel for finances, and money loves to come through in my life, and it flows to me and through me, and I'm free when it comes to releasing it for the right things in the right places, in divine timing, right? So anyway, I hope this helps you see money in a more abundant mindset, and that you're able to understand how important it is to release finances with gratitude as opposed to with any type of resistance. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, abundant